Ford's F-150 pickup has been the best-selling truck in the United States for nearly 50 years, and the planned all-electric Lightning addition to the lineup may just pave the way for truck-loving Americans to embrace electric vehicles wholeheartedly. Until then, the first-ever 2022 Ford F-150 Hybrid is a viable option with lots of power. So sit back and enjoy as we give you all the deets on this vehicle. First up, what's new for 2022? The F-150 now has a new black appearance package for 2022. It can be added to XL, XLT, Lariat, and Platinum models. The bed utility package is now an option on the XL, XLT, Lariat, and Tremor trims, and it comes standard on the more expensive King Ranch, Platinum, and Limited. It has a step for the tailgate and tie-downs that lock like cleats. This year, Atlas Blue was added to the color scheme. The all-electric F-150 Lightning will also come out for the 2022 model year. Moving on, let's talk about pricing and which one to buy. There are different body styles and bed lengths for the F-150. Even though the XLT model is better than the basic XL work truck, we like the Lariat better because it has more luxuries. It costs almost $10,000 more than the XLT, which may make it out of reach for some buyers, but it has the best mix of features and price. Next, we look at engine, transmission, and performance. The 2022 F-150 comes with a 290 HP 3.3-liter V6, a 400 HP 5.0-liter V8, a 325 HP twin-turbocharged 2.7-liter V6, a 400 HP twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V6, and a 250 HP 3.0-liter diesel V6. It also comes with a 10-speed automatic transmission no matter which engine you choose. The F-150 now comes with a hybrid powertrain for the first time ever. Ford says that the new 400 HP hybrid powertrain, which is made up of a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6, a 35-kilowatt electric motor, and a 10-speed automatic transmission, will give you up to 700 miles of range per tank and can also power an onboard generator to keep the power going on job sites or when the power goes out. With any of the F-150's available powertrains, buyers will be able to choose between rear-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. The Tremor model looks like it will be the most capable off-road. After all, it has 33-inch all-terrain tires, a better suspension, a locking rear differential, and a four-wheel drive transfer case from the powerful F-150 Raptor. Coming up next, let's talk interior, comfort, and cargo. The interior of the F-150 is almost as nice as that of the Ram 1500, especially in the King Ranch, Platinum, and Limited models, which are the most expensive ones. The cabin's made up of high-quality material and has a lot of space to put things. More convenience features are added to the F-150 to make it easier for people to use as a mobile office. For instance, the 10-speed automatic shift lever can be rolled up flat with the center console to make a large flat workspace. In the same way, the F-150 can be ordered with front seats that fold down flat and can be used as a place to sleep. There's a lot of room for passengers, and the four-door crew cab body style is the roomiest and best for families. What's more, the F-150's bed is in the back. An optional onboard generator can provide up to 7.2 kilowatts of power to meet electricity needs on the job site or at tailgate parties. Moving on, infotainment and connectivity. Ford's standard infotainment screen is 8 inches and runs a better version of the company's Sync 4 software. An optional 12-inch screen is much bigger. This is the same as the optical 12-inch vertically oriented screen in the Ram 1500, but the Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierra both have 13.4-inch screens available. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, as does a Wi-Fi hotspot, and a Bang & Olufsen stereo system are extras. The new Sync 4 software offers over-the-air updates for future software releases, traffic and weather updates through the additional navigation system, and onboard telematics for fleet people to track vehicle location and usage. Let's look at what makes it so fast. It's no surprise that this mammoth truck moves very fast. The secret is in the numbers, which are just as surprising as how much this beast weighs. This F-150 has up to 433 kilowatts of power, which is about the same as the last generation Ford GT. But here's the thing, the electric mammoth really shines when it comes to torque. When both motors are running at full speed, one on each axle, since it has four-wheel drive, the Lightning sends 1050 Nm to the road, trail, boot ramp, or construction site through all four wheels. But the feeling of lighting up the Lightning's full performance is even more amazing in person than it looks like it would be on paper. When you press the quiet pedal, the traction control hesitates for a split second as it tries to handle the huge amount of torque being thrown at each wheel. But once the F-150 figures out where all the grip is, it takes off like its tail has been stamped on. Within the speed limit, it seems like the acceleration can go on forever. Moving on, the quietness of the drive is pretty amazing. The Lightning's cabin is almost as impressive for how quiet it is when it is moving. At speeds of up to 50 miles per hour, 80 kilometers per hour, there is no noise from the tires, and the wind noise is almost impossible to hear. In fact, the newest F-150 is one of the quietest vehicles ever driven. We wouldn't be surprised if engineering teams at all the top brands are hard at work trying to figure out how this was made. The ride isn't as smooth as you might expect from a later chassis, since its noise fizzy and jutters on certain surfaces, but it's still above average, in part because it has coil springs at all 4 corners. But we have to wonder, how does it stand against its competitors? Let's first look at the 2022 Ford F-150 versus the 2022 Chevrolet Silverado 1500. The hybrid engine in the 2022 Ford F-150 makes 430 horsepower and 570 pounds-foot of torque, but the 2022 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 doesn't have a hybrid motor option, and 460 pounds of torque come from the top of Chevy's 6.2-liter V8 engine. Every 2022 Ford F-150 for sale in New Jersey comes with a 10-speed select-shift automatic transmission that makes acceleration smooth and fast. The Chevy rival does have an automatic transmission with 10 speeds, but lower trim levels start with an 8-speed transmission as an option. The Ford Sync 4 infotainment system is built into the 8-inch touchscreen that comes standard on the base 2022 Ford F-150 XL trim level. It gives you safety and weather updates, recognizes your voice, works with your smartphone, and more. The base 2022 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 WT only has a 7-inch touchscreen and doesn't have the same standard features. Next, the 2022 Ford F-150 versus the 2022 Ram 1500. The 2022 Ford F-150 has 6 engine options, while the Ram it competes with only has 5. This is a big difference between the two trucks in terms of horsepower and torque. 3 of the Ford gas-powered V6 engines are better than the standard Ram gas-powered V6 engine. The 2.7-liter Ecoboost engine makes 325 horsepower and 400 pound-foot torque, while the 3.5-liter Ecoboost engine makes 400 horsepower and 500 pound-foot torque. As we've already talked about, the 3.5-liter PowerBoost TM full hybrid V6 powertrain has the most horsepower and torque of any car in its class. The 3.6-liter V6 engine in the 2022 Ram 1500 with e-torque can make 305 HP and 269 pounds-foot of torque. When properly equipped, the 2022 Ford F-150 for sale in New Jersey is a great choice for a work truck because it can carry up to 3,325 pounds of cargo. Its Ram counterpart, when fully equipped, can only haul up to 2,300 pounds. With a truck bed that can be up to 8 feet long, the Ford truck model gives you even more options. There's no long box on the 2022 Ram 1500. Lastly, all the reasons to buy it or skip it. The 2022 Ford F-150 is the most popular pickup truck in the US, and it's also the most popular car. Still, the F-150 has flaws, just like any other car. The Ford F-150 has been a huge hit for a long time, and the 2022 model is no exception. Consumer reports say that the 2022 Ford F-150 is likely to get a very good score for owner satisfaction. Owners say that one of the best things about the F-150 is how comfortable it is. They also like the way it looks and how it feels to drive. On the other hand, the value isn't so good. Consumer Reports predicts that the 2022 Ford F-150 will be less reliable than average. The 2022 Ford F-150 has a lot of problems with the paint, the trim, and the electronics inside the car. The car is expected to be the 3rd most reliable truck out of the 4. That's a wrap for this video. How would you guys rate this car? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.